Okay, we're live. Okay, very good. Hey guys, I am Shantae with Completely Crafty by Shantae. Just want to welcome you to my page. My normal nights is Wednesday, but we had some issues in the house that I had to take care of, so I wasn't able to go live, and I wanted to do a makeup. So there, my normal crew may not come on, but I thought I want to be consistent and make sure that I come and do my lives every week. So last week I said I was doing my last Patriotic, but then I realized that I didn't have a centerpiece for my dining room because right now I have a spring floral arrangement on there. So I am switching it out this week to my Patriotic. So I just wanted to make sure that I had a centerpiece. If you are out there, if you want to say hello, so I know you're there. I'm trying to use my laptop too, but I don't think we're going to be able to. So I'm going to have to rely on my phone. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe. Oh, there I am. There. Yeah. Hey guys, I am Shantae. So turn that off. See if I can turn the volume. There we go. All right. So I just wanted to be able to, I wanted to be able to see the comments on a bigger screen instead of just my phone. So bear with me. All right. So I am using this rail. It's good for centerpieces. It's good for a swag. And it's also thin enough that it's bendable that you can make a mailbox swag. So I had some of this leftover 21-inch mesh that I'm hoping that I have enough to complete this. So we shall see. So I'm just going to cut the edges because I did make a centerpiece for a show I did in Virginia a couple of weeks ago. All right, so what I'm going to do, I am just going to gather it here in the middle with my zip tie. And again, I pray that I have enough. I realize, it's Father's Day weekend, so you guys might be hanging out with your husbands or your dads. But again, I just wanted to make sure that I got it on. So I'm going to do 10-inch poofs, and hopefully I'm going to open up my tails a little bit. Oh, I didn't even measure. Look at that. Oops. This mesh is really thick. It's waterproof, and the foil is really, really thick. So I'm gonna have to tie it down so that make sure that it stays. And I'm just pulling the edges out. And again, I'm going to make sure that the ends, the rough edges, are down. And most times I normally do 10-ish, 11-ish poof. I'm going to try my best to stay at 10 because, again, I do not know if I have enough. So, and since this is just for me, it's all good if I don't. So I'm just going to pull this out. I tried to convince my husband to come down, but he wanted to watch a movie, so I'm going to flying solo again. There are 11, I believe there are 11 ties on this rail. I found a silver charger that had like stars carved out of it, and then I found these cute, they were red, white, and blue placemats that were round that I'm going to use. And I didn't find a tablecloth, but I found this nice runner. So I have the runner. All right, we got to the edge. And it's going to get a little awkward because now I'm going the opposite direction. I could cut it, but again, I don't want to waste anything because I really don't know if I have enough to do a full, all of it. So I'm crossing my fingers. Hey, Nina. I am making a centerpiece for my Patriotic tablescape that I'm doing. I realized I do have a centerpiece, but I put that in our dining room on the coffee table. So I wanted to do another one since I have new decoration for the dining room. I thought I would do a new centerpiece. We looked for the placemats that I could make pillowcases out of, but I didn't see any of those. But I was able to, we're just going to leave the lemons that I made. Yay, we have enough. This mesh is thick. Alright, so I'm going to have to use my zip tie for the end. Get my poofs together. And then I'm just going to cut off the excess. This mesh has really lasted a long time because I feel like I've done 3 projects using this mesh. Alright, so I'm just going to clean up the edge right here. Alright, and I'll fluff out the so I could leave that space in between because again, this is going to be for my living room, but I'm not. I'm going to add some more mesh because I at least want to have a finished look. So I'm going to first make a couple of cuts. It was, Nina. I really think I bought this at Christmas time because I remembered, you know, you wanting the blue. Oh, you know what? I did. I made, I must have bought 2 rolls of them because I definitely did the Christmas gnomes in this blue. So I'm going to cut these at, I'm going to do 10 inches. Oops. So I'm going to do some curls. And I think I have 4 centers. So I was trying to figure out what I was going to make today. I was wondering, I know Juneteenth is tomorrow. Father's Day, I could have done something. But I knew I wanted to be able to get my dining room done. All right, so then I also have this red, white, and blue. So I'm just going to add a couple of those. Actually, let me go ahead and just finish this roll because I'm going to add that mesh as well. So then I can do this. I'm trying to use up all of my have-used rolls so that I can, when it's time to replenish my supplies, I know what I have, and I'm not being wasteful. Did you do anything fun this weekend, Nina? Today was West Virginia Day. Well, was the festival, so we went downtown and checked that out. That was the first time that Trent had been to the event, so. And I'm at the end of this. I don't have a lot, so I may have to do again. This is for my own house, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be presentable because I don't want a hot mess on my table either. Oh. See, that's what I miss about Philly. I don't hear about that dinner sales too often around here. I know there is a church at the corner of the road we're on. Sometimes, I mean, in the past, I know they've had like a fish fry. And my girlfriend's church, they've done a couple of dinners, but I always hear about it after the fact. All right, so I'm just doing 2 of the red with the red, white, and blue border with this singular one. Then oops. It needs to be a little bit neater. Hey, Mr. Hilliard. And I am going to just tie this so that I can fill in my center. it's Father's Day, but the hubby was outside this morning power washing the deck so we can, oh Lord, you and your huskies. I'm having a bad hair day. That's why I have my huskies hat on. All right, so I'm just filling in the center with some curls. Just crisscrossing them just to give the center some filling. I'm going to take a couple out so that I don't have to keep. Woo. And I'm just trying to, and on this rail it has 4, it might be 6. 1, 2, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 6. But you know what? I'm going to take one off because I only need 4 because I'm going to put 2 big bows on the end. So I'm going to take that one off. Especially since I don't have enough of the one mesh. So I'm just going to do it on the 4. I also have some attachments that I'm thinking about adding just to give us some height. All right. Get my curls together. Just crisscrossing and tie them together. So the reason I didn't get a chance to do my live on Wednesday, our HVAC unit, I stored some of my supplies in that room, and thank God I did because I happened to go in there and there was water everywhere. And luckily I put my things in tubs so nothing got wet, except the furnace room is right in the hallway as you lead to my craft room. So the carpet in the hall was wet from the water. And so I called the home warranty. I have a home warranty. So they sent someone out after many hours on the phone with them. And the guy just literally blew in the pipe with his mouth and said, oh, it was just clogged. Not happy because we went 2 days with no air conditioner. And I told my husband, I was like, doesn't he know COVID is still alive? And he put his mouth on that, on that pipe. I was like, not cool. Okay. So I filled in the center. You can see that I filled in the center. Now I'm going to add, I have another roll of this red, white, and blue. So I'm going to I feel a sneeze coming on. All right. So I'm just going to alternate. I picked out these ribbon that has the red, white, and blue stars, and I'm just going to do either a solid white or a solid blue. And I'm going to add a curl, and I'm going to add these tails. And I'm just going to alternate between the two. And spread it out so we can fill in any openings there may be. I'm going to switch it this way so that the big tail can fill the gap better. And I'm just going to curl I'm not going to cut it off because I like the tails on it. All right. Hey, cousin. How are you this evening? Doing anything special for your hubby? All right, we are working on a centerpiece for my dining room table. I like to, we normally only eat in the dining room for special holidays. But I always like to have the table set because I like that. I always have. I think because my grandmother was notorious for decorating and stuff, and so she always pulled out the good china. So I tried to switch up the tablescape for all the seasons. Right now I have spring on there. So I have I picked up some placemats and place settings at the end of the season last year for the 4th of July. Because I would normally just go straight to like summer. But I thought I will do some patriotic. I really wanted to do a mailbox swag for the 4th of July, but they're running cables and things, and so there's a lot of construction. I'm like, I think I messed up, but that's okay. Oh, maybe not. No, I didn't. I'm trying to decide whether, because I always wanted to do a bonus live, whether or not Saturday evening would be a good time for me to do that. So hopefully though tonight probably isn't a good indication because everyone may be with, their family for Father's Day. All right, so we have the one side done. My husband said, I thought you were going to do your live in the morning. I was like, no. I had to run some errands, and he was power washing the deck, and we were expecting one of his friends to come, but he's not coming, I guess, until tomorrow. And so I didn't want to do it during the day. While we were at the event today, I had my hat on, and a lady behind me was like, "Are you from Connecticut?" And I'm like, "No." But my husband is, and it was a small world because she went to some of the same schools he went to. So they talked while we waited in line for ice cream. There were lines for all the food. I wanted a gyro, but if that was going to be, I think a 35, 45-minute wait, and then I saw that they had crab cakes, and I wanted that, and I was going to be an hour wait, so we ended up with pizza, although the pizza was good, because that was only a 15-minute wait. They had a lot of activities for the kids, so I think it was a nice outing for everybody. All right, we're almost finished our base. If you are watching, please don't be shy. Say hello. And thank you for joining us. My normal time is Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I had a minor emergency, so I wasn't able to do my live on Wednesday, so I'm making it up tonight. So thank you for stopping in. I used a rail to make this centerpiece. The rail can be used for a swag. It can be used for a centerpiece. It could be used for a mailbox swag. Very versatile. I just pulled out some of my fall and Halloween supplies, and I'm like telling my husband, I was like, I don't have any fall mesh, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. I was all excited thinking I was going to go to Sims. They're having their show, but it's the same weekend that I just put an invitation out for a gathering. So I'm thinking, well, now I can't even go. All right. I just have one more, but I'm going to have to cut because I don't have... I plan to do bows, maybe. I plan to do bows. We'll see if that works. I may not. I might just add the accessories and not do bows. So let me see. All right, so here we have our base complete. So I have some of these. So we have some curlies I can add just to give it some depth. I have some that have... Okay, there's overkill with the tags on this one. Let's see. This one has little balls. Oops, this one broke. And top hats. This one has some stars and a top hat. And then here are some just plain old stars. So, what do you think? Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to zip tie it to the bars to secure it in. Let's see. Just spread that out a little bit. You like the stars? Okay. I'll put this one in the center. We'll just check to see how low should I go. I think that's good. So I will So I'm just using zip tie to secure it. I might have to use two, just a little bit higher. Yes, I'm going to use two. It's not like it's going to be outside, but you never know. My Aunt Donna is notorious about visiting and taking something. So in case she takes this and she wants to leave it outside, at least want to make sure that it's secure. And hopefully she watches the replay and see that I'm saying how she comes and takes things. All right, so we have that one. What about some curlies? I realized I didn't have, I don't have any blue. I just have the red and white. So I can do that on either end. This is a little thicker. So I'll add this right here. Maybe on the other side so that it's not necessary, because this is not center. Oh, although it could be. There you go. This has a shorter stem, so let me see if I can bend it at the... Nina, you're telling me secrets. I was telling my husband I need to take a day off and just get myself together, figure out what I want to do for the remaining 6 months. I know I have already scheduled posts on Pinterest, but I want to do a couple more things on Facebook, so I need to, I really need, oops. Oh, there we go. I really need to get myself together. I'm going to, oh, well, we're good. I thought I was going to have to do two, but I don't think I have to. And then, oh yeah, I have white. so stiff. Put this one here. We have been just been so busy. We're prepping for Trent's team's basketball skills camp. We're excited about that. We're excited because it's a co-ed camp, and there are a lot of girls that have signed up, so we're excited about that. My husband smells like he's cooking something. I know it's Father's Day, and I should be the one up there cooking, but I got him tomorrow for sure. I'm not going to have him grill or anything. All right, so we have you know what, Nina, I do. I went digital with my planner only because the planner that I have was so big and bulky. By the time I had my laptop, my iPad, it was just, my shoulder was killing me. So I went and got me a digital planner, and I'm working on that. Lift it up? Sure. There's the top. Here's what it looks like if it was sitting down. So there's a learning curve with the digital planner, but I have definitely been filling it up because it helped me with my craft shows to make sure that I had everything I needed. Oops. So what do you think? A few more accessories. Okay. All right, so since I don't have any blue, let's do this. See if I can take some tags off. That one came off easier than I thought it was. Be on the lookout. I'll make sure that I do a little video once I get the table. Oop, this is stiff. All right, so this one's on this side. I'm going to put this one on this side. Let's see, right there. Okay, I might need my pliers because this is stiff. Just to help me bend it because it is wrapped really well. Oh, Nina, of course you would say that. I'm going to clip this one off here because the little ball is missing. Maybe I'll just clip off the top one, so it's not so obvious. And I'm just spreading this out. This morning, we were out on the deck, and I see this thing running through our backyard, and it's a deer. And of course, my dog doesn't see it until the second deer decides it wants to run by too. And he went to go chase it, and I'm like, first of all, you will never catch them. Second of all, you know you're too old and you're going to run out of energy. So luckily he turned around. But I mean, we have lived here a few years, and I've never seen the deer. I know they're there around because they eat up everything, but I've never seen them that close to us, because they're always on the road right beside our house. But they were up close and personal on the golf course. All right, so we have another one. Let's bring this out. You can see the little hats. And then I can put the red one on the other side. At first I was just gonna not leave it, but then I realized it's too close to the top and you're gonna see it, and while no one else would see it, I would see it and it would bug me. So we're not gonna do that. All right, so I'm gonna put this, oh, this was on this side, so now I need to put this one on this side. Oh no! Oh no, I did not know that. Wow. Wow. That's so sad. Wow. That's awful. I'm going to put this one on the end here. All right, just trying to get it nice and snug. And I'm going to get a second one to make sure it's nice and snug. Trent, he found out today that his aunt passed away too. It was his father's last sibling. And so he's trying to figure out when they were going to make arrangements so that he could go for that. I think I'm going to just add, okay, my arm's too short to box with God. Hold on. Try to fill in some of this space on the end. I had these extra curls. This will also help stiffen up this. Actually, I'm going to cut this one too so that we all have the same. Thank you. Same Same to the folks back home too. It's just like these times, man. All right, so I think I'm just going to add this one last piece just to give it some, to help keep the attachment standing up and to take care of that void because it gets separated. And I think we're going to have it. This is going to be it. I'm going to bend this down a little bit more. There we go. All right, so here it is. I'm going to have it lay flat. I'm going to move some of this stuff so that you can see that. Tonight's project was a little messy, but what do you guys think? Open up my little hats a little bit. Spread it out. All right, I think we are done for the evening. So just as a recap, I used a rail that had 11 ties in it. I used 21-inch mesh and made 10-inch poofs. I added in 12-inch tails with the ribbon, and I did 10-inch curls and included that in the mix. And then we just, instead of adding bows, we used just some curly cues, top hats, some stars, and all the colors. So this should look really nice on my table. And I will be sure to take a picture. Let's close that up so I don't cut myself. But again, I thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. You guys enjoy your Father's Day. Enjoy church tomorrow. Hopefully you get to take out your dad or your hubby tomorrow and enjoy a nice family time. I will be back on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time right now. So, I wish you well and you have a good week.